Okay, Christina here to listen to some music. And today's music selection is A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. And I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, so I don't know this band. Never heard of them before. Maybe I've heard them and didn't know it. I just looked up a couple of bits of information on them, so I know that they are a British band that were popular in the late 1960s. This was a winner on the first big official poll for the channel. So for everyone who voted for that, thank you. This channel is still just really brand new. And for those just getting to know me, I'm a professional, classically trained musician. So this isn't just a reaction channel. This is an analysis commentary channel. So I will be digging in to how the song is put together. I've been trained to visualize all the instruments and the different parts and the form of all of the pieces and put them all together. But also a lot of these things I'm listening to for the first time. And so there's the reaction part, and I can't wait. I can't wait to react to all these things. So be sure to like and subscribe. You can catch me over on Patreon. I'll be opening up memberships for channel members here on YouTube here pretty soon. I'm just able to do that on the channel, and things are just really going well. This channel's only been around for about a month, and things are just going really well, and I'm really having a really good time. But I can't do it without all of you, and so thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's listen. All right. What are we in for here? Ooh, orchestra! Okay. Ooh, I gotta talk about this orchestral intro. What in the world? This is straight up Baroque. Baroque music. So that's like Bach, J.S. Bach. This sounds a lot like Bach's Air on the G string. If anyone wants to check out a similar piece of music, it's very much in that style. Very slow and builds up and unwinds. And this is just full on the same voice leading and the accompaniment underneath. Bum, 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 bum. And by the way, if you look closely, it's never bum, bum, bum. You don't want to ever do those exactly the same. So you'll see bum, 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 bum. And oh, they know what they're doing, those string players. But then you also see as all of the layers of the music come together, and this is kind of what Baroque music does, it sort of spins, it kind of builds up and then unwinds, all together. Actually, the conclusion here was what we call a Picardy third, even though that's technically at the very end of the piece, but we'll just consider this intro its own substantial portion. The music is all in a minor key where it kind of sounds sad, and then all of a sudden, the last chord is a major chord, which sounds happy all of a sudden, hopeful. So obviously I got excited about the orchestra, and we will move on to the actual piece of music here, but I'm sorry, I'm excited about this because this is my career. I'm a string player, and so you see all the up-close parts of the instrumentalists, and that's the view from my office. It's kind of looking down my nose, but that's the view that I see when I have the instrument held up there. And these musicians, I don't know what orchestra it is, but they are a fine group of musicians. They really know what they're doing. And then, of course, it's not just strings, but there was a really lovely oboe and flute duet. I don't think they ever showed the flute, the flautist, but they showed the principal oboe there playing, but you could hear that it was doubled. Really, really beautiful. So, enough talk about the orchestra. Thank you for indulging me. Now we will continue on with the actual band and the actual song here. Here we go. Back it up just a second. We can hear that Picardy third again.
We skip the life and tango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder, as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned to water, shade of pale.
Okay. Hopefully that's a good place to stop. I think I heard the title line. I tend to listen to the music first and the lyrics second. So I had to sort of bring my consciousness out of the music enough to catch some of the words, and I didn't catch them all. Actually, I'm going to take a look here at some of the lyrics. We skipped the light of Fandango. Kind of seasick when the crowd called out for more. The ceiling flew away. Okay. It's in a place of celebration like a bar or a party or something. There's a lot of energy in the room. The description of, and the ceiling flew away. I love that. Okay, and so then there's someone there telling a story, but then when a woman is listening to it, her face turns pale. I still need a little bit more time for the lead singer, the vocalist there, to sink into my consciousness. So here we go.
She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wanted through my playing cards, would not let it be. One of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well have been closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale.
Okay, I've got to stop it there because I'm not catching all of the words. I need to go back. And then the choir came in, and then I was just gone. I was in choir land because I love a good choir. And they were a good choir. And that was interesting. They all had their own mics. That's usually not what happens. Usually we have mics above. And I say we because I'm also a singer. I have spent a lot of time in the orchestra, but I've also spent some time in choirs like that are hired to come in and sing in the background. Love the choir. I'm loving the string lines. There were a couple of da-da-dum in the piano, like a little bit more of those Baroque turns. So one thing with Baroque music is that it's all about ornamentation. Baroque is the French term used side by side with Rococo, the Italian term, which means ornate. And so that's what Baroque music is all about, is the appropriate voice leading and compiling of the different melody lines with a solid accompaniment, but then it still almost sounds a little bit ad-lib, so it has these ornamentations where it either goes da-da-dum or da-da-da-da-dum. There's a whole index of different turns and ornamentations that you can use when performing Baroque music. It's a deep dive. Anyway, I need to check out the lyrics because I'm sort of still just floating on my energy here with the excitement of the instrumentation. And the truth is plain to see. Wandered through my playing cards and could not let her be. So this is obviously kind of a love story. I don't know if it's happening now or if they're recalling it from before. I mean, someone's telling a tale, but maybe someone is telling a tale to kind of get together with a love interest in the moment. I don't know. I'm going to back it up just a little bit so I can get back into this and understand the words this time. Okay.
One of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well been covered. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned white, shade of pale. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned white, shade of pale. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Okay. I got goosebumps from that. It didn't give me tears, but it definitely affected me. That speaks well for a song. So this is an interesting song, just in the fact that there wasn't much of a story. Like, there wasn't a lot of detail. And so I think it was just a general idea, and then it's left blank and open for the listener to interpret and fill in the rest. I don't know what the inspiration was. Did the lyrics come first and then they put it to music, or the other way around? The intro, the orchestral intro, was really complex, and then it did kind of go in seamlessly. So after that little piggerty third chord at the end of the orchestral introduction, when the piano came in, the chord progression that he took over, and this is actually one really interesting thing with earlier music, classical music, is that the chord progressions are sometimes very repetitive, very similarly to pop and rock music that we know today. So if you think about Pachelbel's canon in D, bum, 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 bum. That chord progression happens over and over. Every cellist knows this who has played canon in D. They just play those notes over and over and over again. And then the other voices fill in the stuff on top. When the piano came in, I was hearing the same chord progression easily taken over from the orchestral Baroque style music into this. And I think that's really, really genius. I love how that interplays. The key changes were not unexpected, and because of that, this is a very satisfying and comfortable song to listen to. The melody aspect of it is not the most exciting thing I've ever heard, but it doesn't always need to be. And I do have to say that the gentleman singing, I really enjoyed his voice. It was very soulful. It was sung from the heart. I didn't get much of a peek at the guitarists, a little bit with the drum. I don't know if he's an original member. And then the other person on the jazz organ, definitely saw a lot of him. And so please put in the comments recommendations of what I can listen to next that will give me an even more global view of this group. And obviously this is later in life. I mean, what were they like in the 60s? Was it folky? Were they rock and roll? But I am so curious. I have to know. I have to figure this out. Okay, so thank you for joining me on this little musical excursion. It was a lot of fun. The classical musician approved. This was really neat to see all this Baroque music here. It was really fun. And like I said, I have to get to know this band better. And of course, do all the things, like and subscribe. I think we're going to have some live streams coming up sometime soon. And as always, just be okay. And keep listening.